handling weapons, these things always happen. That's why it's called that in the ISTC here, there are rules. Unfortunately, incidents can happen, they always do. And often it's unfortunate. So we can thank God that there were no fatalities. I'm going to visit the place where the rocket fell. But know one thing, those who are there to protect you, who unfortunately caused the incident because you see them posted around, they surely tire you out a lot these days every morning because they have been reinforcing security for several months, which leads to searches and issues, but it's for you. It's so that no one can come here to harm you because you are very important. It's a strategic location. It was in the context of the training era that, while trying to check a number of things, unfortunately, someone accidentally fired the shot. Those who were nearby and the one who triggered it were also injured. So they were transported to Delgado that day. Thank God they have left Delgado, with some after effects of course, because a rocket is unforgiving, especially in the hand area.
Welcome to Noble Black News, where we explore the stories of Black nations across the globe, bringing you positive highlights and important updates. Today, we focus on Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso. Ibrahim Traoré's new security measures, a global shock. Recently, Ibrahim Traoré's enhanced security measures following a coup attempt have captured worldwide attention. This is a high-stakes narrative of resilience, power struggles, and the unwavering spirit of a leader committed to protecting his nation. Imagine facing 9 coup attempts in just 2 years. What measures would you take to stay in power? We will delve into the dramatic events in Burkina Faso and reveal the extraordinary security protocols Ibrahim Traoré has implemented to safeguard his leadership. Trust me, you won't want to miss a moment of this. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and ring the notification bell. Your support enables us to continue providing deep dives into global events and keep you informed with our latest videos. Setting the stage, the story of Ibrahim Traoré. Burkina Faso, a landlocked country in West Africa, has a rich history marked by cultural wealth and political turbulence. Over the past few decades, the nation has experienced numerous leadership changes, each bringing its own challenges and transformations. Ibrahim Traoré, the current president, has been a central figure in the country's recent political landscape. His leadership is characterized by a strong stance against external interference and a determination to preserve the country's sovereignty. However, this determination has come at a cost, as he has faced numerous attempts to oust him from power. Whenever an African leader decides to sever ties with Western countries or pursue policies that challenge Western interests, they are often quickly labeled as threats. This narrative has been a recurring theme in the relationship between Africa and the West. Leaders who prioritize national interests over Western demands often find themselves at odds with powerful international forces. Ibrahim Traoré is a prime example of this phenomenon. His efforts to assert Burkina Faso's independence and reject foreign control have made him a controversial figure. While many within the country support his vision, external powers view him as a destabilizing force. 9 coup attempts in 2 years. A closer look. In just 2 years, Traoré has faced 9 coup attempts, a staggering number that highlights the intense opposition he encounters. These attempts are not merely random acts of violence but are often orchestrated by internal factions with external support. A recent dramatic incident at the presidential palace involved a violent assault on the guard station, leading to a fierce exchange of gunfire. The objective was clear: eliminate President Traoré.
Check a number of things. Unfortunately, someone accidentally fired the shot. Those who were nearby and the one who triggered it were also injured. So they were transported to Delgado that day. Thank God they have left Delgado. Well, it's just an incident, it happens. When handling weapons, these things always happen. That's why it's called that in the ISTC here, there are rules. Unfortunately, incidents can happen, they always do. And often it's unfortunate. So we can thank God that there were no fatalities.
A closer examination of these coup attempts reveals a troubling pattern. The perpetrators are often local actors, particularly from the Burkina Faso army. This raises important questions about the internal divisions within Burkina Faso and the factions opposing Traoré's presidency. Despite significant support from the citizens, there are elements within the country determined to see him removed from power. Understanding these internal dynamics is crucial, as it highlights how internal dissent can be exploited by external forces to destabilize a nation. external influences, and the struggle for independence. In African politics, it is essential to recognize the influence of external factors. Western powers like the US and France have strong interests in accessing Africa's abundant resources. Rather than engaging in mutually beneficial trade, the West often seeks to exert control over African governments, securing access to valuable resources through agreements that provide minimal compensation to African nations. This strategy continues to affect the political landscape of many African countries. However, Ibrahim Traoré is not one to bow down easily. He refuses to attend summits with Western nations, making him an adversary in the eyes of the West. His bold stance is part of what makes him a compelling and controversial figure. Traoré has also expelled foreign militaries from Burkina Faso, effectively preventing the West from exerting direct control over his country. These actions have made him a target for those who wish to see him replaced with a more compliant leader. Historical context and the fight for sovereignty. To fully grasp the gravity of Traoré's actions, we need to consider the historical context. After gaining independence, many African nations, particularly the 14 former French colonies, remained heavily controlled by France. These countries were forced to give up significant portions of their bank reserves to the French treasury, a practice that continues today. Western powers maintain a stronghold over resources and military presence in these nations. In response to these pressures, there is a growing movement towards Pan-Africanism and self-determination. African nations are increasingly asserting their sovereignty, teaching their history, and fostering unity and independence. This movement is crucial for Africa's future. By understanding their history and standing together, African nations can break free from the cycle of exploitation and forge their paths to prosperity. The role of Russia and the path forward. A new player on the scene is Russia, whose involvement in supporting freedom movements across Africa introduces a dynamic shift in traditional power dynamics. In a landscape dominated by former colonial powers, Russia's support offers hope for African nations striving to assert their sovereignty. This involvement provides an alternative to the Western powers that have historically controlled them, allowing these nations to develop independently. Given the numerous threats he faces, Ibrahim Traoré has taken significant steps to protect himself. He has bolstered his security detail, ensuring his safety with loyal forces who accompany him wherever he goes.
Unmatched bravery and skill. The sight of these highly trained soldiers, equipped with state-of-the-art technology, instilled a sense of pride and confidence among the citizens. The nation watched in awe as their armed forces grew stronger and more capable, standing as a bulwark against any adversary. The impact of these advancements was felt across the country. The enhanced military presence not only provided security, but also sparked a renewed sense of hope and unity among the people. Stories of bravery and success spread like wildfire, highlighting the positive changes brought about by President Traoré's strategic initiatives. Communities rallied behind their leader, inspired by his vision and leadership. The resilience and determination of the Burkinabe people shone brightly, fueling their collective spirit and drive for progress. The collaboration with Russia didn't end with the delivery of military equipment. Russian officials and military experts visited Burkina Faso, offering their expertise and further strengthening the bilateral ties. These visits facilitated the exchange of knowledge and skills, enhancing the operational capabilities of Burkina Faso's defense forces. The mutual respect and cooperation between the two nations grew, creating a robust partnership aimed at ensuring regional stability and security. Today, Burkina Faso stands stronger and more united than ever before. President Ibrahim Traoré's leadership has not only won battles, but also instilled a renewed sense of hope and pride in the hearts of the people. His vision continues to drive the nation towards a future filled with promise and prosperity. The transformation of the military has had a profound ripple effect on other aspects of society as well. Economic development, educational opportunities, and healthcare improvements have all been positively influenced by the stability and security that President Traoré's efforts have provided. International recognition of Burkina Faso's progress has grown, leading to increased investments and collaborations with other nations. The journey has not been without its challenges. President Traoré faced fierce opposition and numerous provocations from both within and outside the country. Yet, with unwavering resolve, he stood firm, undeterred by the obstacles in his path. His courageous leadership in the face of adversity has been a beacon of hope for the nation. The Burkinabe people, inspired by his tenacity, have risen to the occasion, demonstrating their resilience and commitment to the nation's progress. As Burkina Faso continues to rise, it is increasingly seen as a superpower in Africa. The nation's strategic advancements and robust defense capabilities have positioned it as a leader on the continent. This emergence as a superpower is a testament to the visionary leadership of President Ibrahim Traoré and the collective effort of the Burkinabe people. The country's growth is not only measured in military terms but also in economic, social, and diplomatic arenas. Burkina Faso's influence is expanding, shaping regional policies and fostering greater cooperation among African nations. The story of President Ibrahim Traoré and the transformation of Burkina Faso's defense is a powerful reminder of what visionary leadership can achieve. As the nation continues to grow and prosper, the legacy of his leadership will inspire generations to come. The resilience and determination of the Burkinabe people, coupled with the strategic foresight of their leader, have set the stage for a bright and promising future. The journey is far from over, but the foundations laid by President Traoré's initiatives ensure that Burkina Faso is well on its way to achieving its full potential. This remarkable journey serves as an inspiration not only to the people of Burkina Faso, but also to the world, showcasing the transformative power of dedicated leadership and collective effort. The struggles, triumphs, and unwavering spirit of the Burkinabe people are a testament to the strength of human will and the power of unity. As the nation moves forward, the legacy of President Ibrahim Traoré will continue to guide and inspire, reminding us all of the extraordinary impact that one leader can have on the destiny of a nation. The visits to and from Russia symbolize a new era of international collaboration and strategic advancement, further cementing Burkina Faso's place on the global stage as a nation on the rise and a superpower in Africa.